Hi buddies, welcome back to another math video with annoying stories thrown in. So, our first question is, Loki, Mo, Nick, and Ott are good friends. Ott had no money, but the others did. Mo gave Ott 1/5 of his money. Ew, I just spit all over my iPad. Loki gave Ott 1/4 of his money, and Nick gave Ott 1/3 of his money. Each gave Ott the same amount of money. What fractional part of the group's money does Ott have now? Anyway, or Ott now has. Who cares? Let's identify the number of money. They each gave him the same amount of money. So that's the same. So let's identify the amount of money that all of them gave him as X. So if we're trying to see since this is obviously a division problem because it's, what fractional part of the group's money he has. So we need to know, one, the fractional part, the amount of money that Ott has in terms of X. And two, the amount of money that the entire group has, also in terms of X. And I need to wipe my iPad, but we're going to pretend I didn't spit all over the keyboard while reading that. Anyways, if they each gave him X, because that's the amount of money he has, then this top part would basically be 3X, because there are 3 people. And the bottom part is a little bit different, because Mo gave Ott 1/5, so Mo technically then has 5 over X, right? Then Loki gave Ott 1/4, so Loki has 4X. Because if 1/4 of his money is X, then X times 4 would be the amount of money he has. And same for Mo. But anyway, Nick has 3X in terms of money. And then we are going to divide the top and the bottom by X. So X, all gone. We have we have now the 3 over the 12. And now we have the 1 horse. 1 horse? Yes, nay. Now he has 1/4 of the group's money in fractional amounts. And not the edge of the equal sign, because that was an accidental highlight, alright? Moving on to problem number 2. Let n be a positive integer. Find 2 positive integers in terms of n, whose reciprocal sum to 1 over n. I know I hit that soprano note. It was like so slay. Like, oh my goodness gracious. Let n be a positive integer. Okay, so if n... So n, well, let's write, because it has to sum to 1 over n, right? So 1 over n has to be equivalent to, like, let's make a box. This is where something goes, and this is where something else goes. Okay? Or a circle, just to make it different. So, this feels like Squid Game for some odd reason. Have you guys watched that? It's, like, really violent. Anyway, so it's like 1n equals square plus circle, like the guards, you know? Anyways, there are a lot of answers to this problem, but let's stick with the easiest one. Since these are positive integers, they both have to be smaller than n. So, I'm going to go with the easiest solution here and go with 1 over n equals 1 over n plus 1 plus circle. But then you might be asking, wait a minute, how do we find circle then? Like, circle actually is not able to be found if you like ASMR noises. But, B-U-T-T, extra T's, with extra thick, with extra C's. But, you can do a little something that you learned in first grade called the sum minus one of the numbers in the equation equals the other number in the equation. So basically we're going 1 over n minus 1 over n plus 1. which should then be equivalent to if you multiply each side's sum of that action, n plus 1, over n times n plus 1. You really don't need to worry about the bottom part right now. So you don't really need to, distribute it and stuff yet. Plus 1. That is plus 1. Oh my gosh, you can't even see it. Scoochie it very little. Scoochie my coochie. There we go. So, this is now going to be equivalent to 1 over n times n plus 1. In terms of n, as it said, so boom, there we have it. So circle is now equivalent to, let me just write it down because it seems like that has become a trend with me. It's so stylish and fashionable. Like, oh my goodness gracious. So 1 over n plus 1. Yay! So this is what the answer is in terms of n. Just these two baddies. Well, not necessarily the plus sign. It technically makes sense if you because they're both positive, so it doesn't really. You couldn't choose to ignore it if you want. You can also choose not to. But who cares? And yeah. That's the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you guys learned something new. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye! That is one lopsided smiley face, but I don't really care.